Hello, it is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021, and today we are going to hopefully be finishing up the game that we were starting for the Games Plus Jam. Let me just close this out, let me open that up, get it on the right screen, and then we can switch over here. Nope, that's completely wrong. That's right, okay. And the camera is now behaving. Okay, cool. I messed with it earlier and or before the stream, and it is working. Okay. So, yesterday I did not stream because I was doing some work on this game, or on this, on the game that we've been working on. I added some audio to it, which I'm going to mute because it is probably not going to come through on the stream. I just don't have it set up to do that. Normally I use my headphones, and they're not connected right now, and I don't want to try to mess with it because having the browser open and having OBS open and Unity open causes issues with Bluetooth headphones because of various things. But anyway, I'm going to show what I did. So I created like a logo screen that will be the first thing you see. It just shows the logo, and then the title screen shows up. Added a little bit of animation to that. Also, you'll notice the menu animated whenever it opened. I added the artwork for the buttons and, for the menu itself. Not too fond of it, but it's the best that I can do in, such a short time. And I can also click start here, and then something breaks. Interesting. I don't know what broke there. That was working yesterday. Huh. Well then. That's good to know. What? I'm now very confused. That shouldn't have broken. What? That was working yesterday. Ooh, what broke there? Interesting. Why? No, really, why? I didn't change anything. So you start this, okay. Oh, it's because we have this copy of the game. No, that's the same as it always was. This animator is not playing? Is that what I'm getting? So clip 1. Did it just not play in time? That's weird. That was working yesterday. I don't remember what I changed that caused that to break. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, focus camera on. Start dialogue and set music. So the camera, is the camera not focused? Okay, well, you have to figure this out. No, the camera is not focused. Why is the camera not focused? Oh no, why? Huh. I am now confused. Okay. Yeah, that animation, it must have played too early. That's probably what happened. I don't know. How could that have happened? So I wonder if the animation can play. No, how could that happen? Let us. Because that should exist. Wow, I am. Okay, so I guess we can figure this out by doing. So that's normal. We can go into edit this. Let's just log the camera to see if that exists. So what we should be calling is focus camera on this. So camera is equal to that. Let's do, not public, debug.log camera. But no, that would give you a null reference. But it can't find the target. But that would also give a null reference. What? Okay. That is quite confusing now. Okay, well I guess we will be doing some debugging. What I was going to do is I was going to... Okay, let's do this. So what I was going to do today is I was going to work on the AI, but I guess we're going to be doing some debugging. So when this does work, what is the expected output? So that, okay. And then if we go here, and then we start, it doesn't get called at all. Why? Huh. It doesn't get called at all. I don't understand. Is it because of the blending? The transition duration should be 0. And then you should swap over at that point. That's... Yeah, I'm trying to understand this. Okay, so you should go there, right? I mean, I guess what we could do is we could create a new empty, and then we could just say initial. Well, yeah, initial. Yeah, initial, I guess. That's really weird to me. Set as layer default. Let's delete one of these. Okay, and then we just do that, and then we'll just say this has no motion. That should give it some kind of delay, right? Okay. Let's try that. Oh, that's interesting. Why'd that happen? Okay, and then that works. What happened there? So this has no motion. And this shouldn't write defaults? You don't really have an exit time. Okay, sure, you have an exit time. I'm very confused by this. Okay, that ran, and then it ran twice. So why does deleting this make it run twice? Here it just fails to run at all. And then if we look at the animator itself, because it's in that state. Okay, so I guess what we can do, let's create a state, and then we'll call this initial again. Then let's not make a transition. Let's set as layer default. Make a transition here, but we'll set the parameter to require advance. It will require advance, yes. And then it'll have no exit time. Okay. And so what we can do is in the cinematic thing, in our cinematic utility thing, we can just say on start run advance. On awake, can do this, and then we'll say private void start, say advance animation. No, not, yes, advance animation. Okay. So that should have it wait until start gets triggered. Also, why is start yellow? Sure. And now it's not. Okay, whatever. Whatever. So yeah, now it requires advance before it will actually move. And what that should do is that should give it a short amount of time to load everything. Why does it go twice? I am very confused by that. It advanced. Why does it advance twice? Yeah, that screws up. Okay. Everything else works fine. Why does that advance twice? That makes 0 sense. Okay, so if we do this, then we pause, reselect this. We're already here. Wait, is it playing? No, the wait plays once. Okay. It starts twice. I don't know why it starts twice. That's the really confusing part. Is that it either starts late or it starts twice. Okay. So here, just once again, it goes there. What just happened? Oh, I know what just happened. Right, okay. So that works. But there it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. So it works whenever we load into this scene. Works perfectly fine, but whenever we actually change scenes, it doesn't. So here, now it just doesn't work. I really don't get that. It has to be a timing issue, but I don't understand why nothing's giving a null pointer. Okay, so if any of the calls in this clip are failing, we would get a null pointer, but we're not. Things are just not activating. So the animation's not actually, it's like it's not even being played, but it has to be, otherwise the exit time couldn't trigger. That's so strange. Yeah, I really don't know what to do about that. I mean, I guess we could extend the animation. That might work. So if we just take these and we just move them. Sure, let's move them here. Let's give it a slight delay. And I believe I learned that we can delete these keyframes. No, we actually can't. Okay. And that doesn't change the length of the animation. We can grab these, we can move them here. Yeah, there we go. Let's give it a slight delay and see if that changes anything. Because it should be imperceptible here. Yeah, it's imperceptible. And now if we go to the title, is that enough of a delay to load everything? No. I really do not understand that. Because it's just simply skipping those calls, and I don't know why it would do that. It's like the animation just doesn't play because it's like not, well, no, it does, it has to play because it gets to this point. Because it moves through it, it just doesn't, yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know what else to, don't know how else to say that, it just doesn't. It's so weird. Maybe we can try to give it more of a delay. Because really this isn't that long of a clip yet. Alright, let's give it a half-second delay. Let's like really let it load for a second, for half a second exactly. Maybe we'll delete this? Yeah, so that should maintain the animation length. Alright. Now if we run this, we get half a second, which is fine. Okay. And the title. So we load through here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I guess it was just a timing thing. That's very odd. But yeah, I changed this a little bit so that this plane kind of comes out of stealth. And then I actually did update the dialogue a little bit. And yeah. So we have that, and then we launch. I updated the carrier model a little bit. There's also sound effects for the missiles, but I'm not going to play those just because they're kind of lame. And also, I think it would just be too much. Okay. Okay, that works now. So what we need to do is we need to test the enemy AI. So the way I think I'm going to do the enemy AI, first what I'll do is I think I'll just duplicate this. Just call this level 2. So this will be sort of our testing level. That will load it into level 2. We have animation. What I will do is I will remove all of this. I will remove this animator and remove that. Just remove all of this. And then what we can do is we can say on the carrier, we will have, no, what is it? It's the player, which is somewhere. Yeah, you're there. All right. The player be active, and then we will have the carrier also be active. Yes, okay. So in the scene there, that's fine. We also want the spy plane itself to be active so that we can chase it. And everything else should just work. We need the camera to be tracking the player. Fortunately, this is normally what we need to do is we need to actually go into edit script here. And let's just have this be a serialized field. So now we can edit it, yeah, in here. We can just say follow the player. Yep. So running this level should just work. Player controls begin locked. That's not good. Can we edit that anywhere? No. Need to fix that too. Alright. Serialize that. Okay, now unlock the controls. And again, this is just a scene for testing, so it should be fine. But yeah, now we can actually do things, and yeah. If I shoot down the plane, we get the victory screen. Awesome. Okay. What we need to do is we need to actually edit the AI. And for that, I think we need an enemy that isn't going to end the game when we kill it. So it's going to be in here, and then we can just drop you into the scene. Alright, I think this is all set up to work. Alright, let's try to shoot it down. Wherever it might be. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Okay, yeah, we can shoot that down. Perfect. Alright. So now the AI. How are we going to do this? The way that I was thinking of doing it is we'll have like a target that the AI follows, some kind of object, and then what we'll do, and so that object will it'll move along some kind of patrol path, and the AI, what it will do is whenever the player gets close to it, it will sort of peel off and try to turn towards the player and fire at them, maybe fire like 5 shots or something, and then it will go back to patrolling. So just a very simple sort of script, or very simple sort of AI. And we can get rid of all of this nonsense because we don't need it anymore. I don't think we're going to rotate it with turning. I think we're going to go into weapons and remember how I did, or is it projectiles? It's projectiles. Let me remember how I did the missile stuff. Alright. So it's basically like this. Okay, that'll work. So just rotate towards the target. Yes, okay, so that'll be the player. And what we'll do is this. So wherever our target might be, so say protected game object target, and then protected transform, say transform patrol target. We'll say attack target. So this will be the thing that we're attacking, this will be the thing that we're patrolling to. All of that can go away. The rotation speed, we'll just call this the turn speed. And that will be right here. We will set that to a default of, I don't know, 180, just so that it turns kind of slow. I'll say turn speed times that. And then, actually, we don't need to rotate this. We just need to say rigid body dot velocity equal transform dot forward times speed, I believe. And that's how we do it. Yeah, transform dot forward times speed. Okay. And then we'll have this be the attack target, which we can just track the transform. There's no reason to track the entire game object. You don't like that because it's position? Yeah, okay. So we try to look towards that. And then what we will do is we'll have a public void handle movement. And we'll put that in here. Be more like handle steering, but you know, that's fine. Say public void handle attack. So we'll have we'll say in handle attack, if not attack target, we just return. Otherwise, we will have a public machine gun or machine gun weapon component. Let me just say machine gun. And what we will do is we'll say machine gun dot fire. And we want to fire at, oh yeah, this. We want to fire using our unit, which is ourselves. We have to tell the machine gun which unit that we're firing, not the unit we're firing at, but the unit that we are. That way it knows the bullets don't want to hit us. So we will say fire that. We will say if machine gun, I think we can say is reloading. So basically we fire until we reload. We'll say if machine gun dot is reloading, attack target equals null. And then we just return. Return there. Otherwise we say machine gun dot fire. So we just basically empty the clip, and then once we have emptied the clip, we go back to patrolling. And so yeah. And what we want is we want a bool. We'll say protected return error bool returning to patrol. No, we'll have a float. We'll say ignore player end time. So it'll basically just ignore the player for a short amount of time. Public constant float ignore player interval, I guess. Not interval, ignore player delay. And that will be, I don't know, for let's say for 3 seconds. Just get 3 seconds to do whatever you want. And what we'll say is we'll say the ignore player end time is equal to time.time plus the delay. All right. And so yeah, that should work. And then rotate towards that. So handle movement. So we will say in this handle movement, and in this handle attack. So we will say we'll say var target is equal to, and we'll say attack target. Basically, we're going to use a ternary here, so if the attack target is not equal to null, then we will say attack target, otherwise we will say patrol target. Patrol target. We want to move to whichever one is not null. And then we will use target.position here. Yep. Okay. I think that will work. And what we will say is, if we do have an attack target, we'll say the angle, because we don't want to just fire at random, we want to fire when we're roughly facing the player. So I think we'll say the angle is equal to, I think it's quaternion dot angle, and it should be between transform dot rotation and target. That'll be attack target dot rotation. I guess we'll say if angle less than 20 degrees, and then we fire, and then we check if it's reloading. So basically it'll have like a 20 degree sort of window, and I'll say 15 degree window. Yeah. So it'll peel off, it'll fire, and whenever it's facing us, roughly speaking, and then it will return whenever it starts reloading. I think that works. Say that, and that. Oh yeah, and what we want to do in handle attack, it has no attack target. Then what we will do is we will say, well actually, in the AI component we could have a trigger. So we could say, say private void on trigger enter. And I guess, no, this have to be a 3D. On trigger enter other. We'll say other.get component, or we'll say var. No. Say player is equal to other.get component. We'll say player controller component. Say if not player, then return. Otherwise, attack target is equal to player dot is equal to player dot transform. Yes. And this will say if ignore player end time. Say if time dot time greater than ignore player end time. And this is not on trigger enter. This should be on trigger stay, I believe. Yes. Then we return. Basically, if there is an enemy in our, or if there's something inside of our collider, if the time is greater than the time that we're supposed to be ignoring the player, we return. Otherwise, we check that it's a player. If it is, then we set the attack target to the transform. Or if it's not, we return. If it is, we set the attack target to the transform. And then in handle attack, if we don't have a target, we just return because we don't want to do any of this. Otherwise, we check the angle to the target. Yeah, I think this will work. It'll work, or it'll do something interesting. I think in our case, we're just going to set the patrol target. Well, we need to actually put a machine, only a machine gun on this. Yeah, I'm actually going to set the clip size to like 5 or something. And then the shots per second to like, I don't know, 10. And the reload duration, yeah, that can be 2. That's fine. And you actually don't need missile launchers. We can open the prefab. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in just removing those. Alright. And yeah, I think that should work. This is the unit, right. It will be, nope, it will be this. and the patrol target, which I guess that needs to be public, right? Yeah. Yeah, in our case, we'll just set it to be the spy plane. Patrol target does not exist in the current context, right? Because I didn't actually do the rename. I didn't delete anything important there. All right. R will say patrol target. Cool. And we'll turn this into public. And then we'll put that up here. And then the spy plane itself, you are actually not going to have an AI. We're just going to have the cinematic spy plane cinematic effect. Why does that need a mesh renderer? Oh, I know why that needs a mesh renderer. Right. Because you need, yeah, okay, fair enough. So you come out of stealth. That's fine. Yeah, we'll fix that later, but we'll set you, basically set you as the patrol target. That way this just has something to do. And we also need, on the enemy here, we need to open asset in isolation? Yeah, okay. You have a sphere collider. I believe I can add, no, I can't. Right. But we can add, I think we can say collider here. We'll say site, and we'll set the position to 0, 0, 0, and then we'll add a sphere collider. Set this as a trigger. This can be at range, or at level, or at 1, height 1, and the radius can be like 4. That'd be like 3. That would be fine. So it just has a sight range of like 3, and it has that as the collider. Alright. And those calls should get forwarded to this. So that's machine gun, that's the unit, and the patrol target we don't know yet. Okay. Let's check this. Let's see what happens. So nothing's happening yet. Okay. You should want to attack us. Why are you not? So you have a rigid body. Does the player not have a rigid body? It does. It also has a collider. Alright. Am I not calling? No, I should be calling stuff. It does not see, it doesn't see the player for some reason. Is it because the on-trigger stay is not being called or something? Is it something to do with... no. It's a Unity message. Say debug, whoops. Say debug.log. Say found plus other. That should work on something. Let's see. So it did find something. So it is finding the player, but it's not setting the attack target. Why? So it absolutely can find the player. Alright, player equal other.get component, player controller component. If not player, return. So the sphere collider doesn't have a player controller attached to it? Is that what I'm getting? But it does. Alright. Oh, is the machine gun always reloading? Is that what's happening? Why would it always be reloading? Is it always reloading? Is that true? Let's try. It has 5 bullets. Yeah, it looks like it's not even... So it's not even trying to activate the machine gun. Let's say other.name is not a player. Let's try that. So is it ignoring the player? The question would be why? No, it's not ignoring the player. Okay. Say that. Not attack target, okay. Say machine gun is reloading. Alright. So let's see what this does. Okay, so it's not even seeing the player anymore. Why? Let's try this one more time. Let's say other name. Okay. And let's see what happens here. So it found it, but it seems to think that the ignore player time is higher? Does it keep changing that? Also, why can we not see that? Oh, we can, yeah. Time.time is greater than that. Ah, if that is greater than time.time, that's the problem. It's because we're checking the wrong condition. If it, so yeah. What we'll say is if time.time is less than that. So if it's before we're supposed to end, yeah, okay. My conditions are just backwards. That's the problem. Alright, that's fair. That's a fair problem. Now let's see what we get. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it turned. Oh wow, it turned instantly and tried to kill us. That's pretty fast. Jeez. All right. The thing is that normally we won't die that fast normally, because we're supposed to have more health. I just forgot the bullets do 1 damage and we have 1 health. Yeah, wow, that was really quick. Right, yeah, it's pretty devastating. Alright, whoa. Yeah, it is quite vicious there. Wow, that is crazy. It really does wait exactly until the right moment to fire at us. That's amazing. It's a little bit too brutal with the. It should probably be at 0.7 speed, and then like I don't know, 150 as it's turning, 160. But yeah, that's pretty brutal. I mean, we need to change the speeds and reconfigure them anyway. But yeah, wow, it is really not playing around. Okay. We can still defeat them pretty easily. Alright, let's see here. What if we change the speed to say 1.5 and then the turn speed to say 200 or 180? Then we can change the player's speed to something like 1.5. I think that's better. Oh, we go at speed 2. Okay, we go faster. It goes pretty quick. We also need to change the engagement range, so it needs to be a little bit higher. Oh boy. Yeah, it really will shoot at us. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, we can come around this way and fire at it. Oh geez, okay. Need to work on this combat stuff. Yeah, the engagement range needs to be higher. And then the ignore time also needs to be higher, and also it needs to be less accurate. So 25, the engagement time is probably closer to like 8 seconds. And then the ignore time, the engagement time, and then the engagement range needs to be higher. So it needs to engage at range instead of 4. Can reorder this. Sorry, instead of 3, it needs to be closer to like 6. Probably closer to 5. Something like that. Oh wow, yeah, okay. That comes out of nowhere. Alright, so we'll say range 4. Alright, so yeah, we can see the enemy, turns around, fires at us. Yeah, we go too quickly. We need to be able to speed up and slow down. Alright, it has been about an hour, so I'm going to take a quick break to get some water and some food, or not food, but just water and some stuff. So I'll be right back, and whenever we're back, we will work on increasing and decreasing the speed, because that's something we need to do just to be have more agility. So yeah, I'll be right back in like 5 minutes. Alright, and we are back. So, that is wrong, that is right. Okay. So, I've got water, I've turned on the heat. Right, so the thing we're going to do is we're going to, oh god, what was it? We're going to make the player able to speed up and slow down sort of on demand. Not too much, just a little bit, and it'll probably affect the camera. So the way we're going to do that is probably in handle input here. What we will do is we need to have the slowing effect right there. Wait a minute, no. We need to have it in here. I'm trying to think of how this will affect everything. Okay, what we'll do is we'll have a public float throttle. And this will just be at 1, so this will be how much you can increase or decrease your speed. And then we will have a protected float throttle current. So this will be like the max, that'll be the current, because we need that, we need both. And then what we will do is we will say if input dot get key down, say key code dot, or sorry, this will just be get access. What we'll say is var throttle is equal to input dot get access. This will be the vertical axis. And what we will say is throttle current is equal to mathf.clamp. We will say throttle times time.delta time. And then we will clamp it between negative and positive throttle. Yes. And then what we will do is if we will say is if throttle is equal to 0.0, then we will be using, then we will use like a decay, I guess. Say if it's equal to 0, then it's actually going to be equal to whatever. It's going to be equal to the negative sign, mathf.sign of the current throttle. So basically whatever the sign is, we just want to invert it. Say and current throttle is not equal to 0. So yeah, basically we will get the vertical input. If the vertical input is 0 and the current throttle is not 0, then we invert whatever the current is and we use that as the input. Then what we will say is we will say times this times time.delta time, so that will be how fast we increase or decrease. And then we will clamp it between negative and positive. That way we naturally slow down if we're not holding down the forward key, which I think is correct. So if I do this, we should, oh no, we don't actually take it into account when we move. Okay. That's part of the other problem. So it'll be speed plus throttle. That way we can speed up or slow down sort of on demand. And then we can watch these values change. Okay. So the current is equal to nothing, then we increase it a little bit. It is increasing very slowly, but it is increasing. Why is it increasing so slowly? Interesting. Why is it increasing so slowly? Oh, because it's this plus that. Whoops, no, it is... No, wait, that's right. Yeah, we need to add this to that. So whatever the input is. Yeah, that way at 1 second it should be 1. At 2 seconds, or minus 1 second, it should be minus 1. Okay. Yeah, so we hold it down for about a second, we end up going much faster. We can outrun this plane. Yep. And then we stop holding it, we go back to 0, and then we can actually slow down. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we can do this, we can slow down, and then we can shoot you. There we go. So maybe we need to make that a little bit faster and a little bit slower, but yeah, I like it. And there should also be a limit to how much we're allowed to do that, but, in time. Okay. So what we can do, we need to change the camera angle as well. So I think the way that we're going to do that is we're going to get the camera controller. In the awake, I think that'll be fine. So we're going to say protected camera, or no, I think it's follow camera. Yeah, follow camera component. We'll say camera. Say camera is equal to find object of type follow camera component. Then in here we'll create a public, or maybe protected, yeah, protected void set camera angle. This will just be camera, I think it's dot angle, no, not dot angle, dot field, or sorry, view. Oh, no, sorry. We'll just say set. Wait, no, it'll be... Actually, we can just find a camera. There's no reason... Yeah, we can just find a camera. Because really, that's all we need to change. Yeah, that'll work. It'll just say camera.field. No. .view. Wait, what? Does this not have field of view? Alright. Let's save this and then do camera. So that still thinks it's a player controller. Oh no, it's fine. Then I think it's field of view. Wait a minute. View. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Uh-oh. Oh boy, I renamed that. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Oh my god. That really did that. Alright, that's annoying. Where did I put that? It's not what I wanted to do at all. That needs to go in there. And then this needs to be a camera. Alright. Then this should end up being camera.fieldofview is equal to whatever its initial field of view is, which protected. Is it a float or is it an int? It's a float. Oh, that's very interesting. Initial field of view. Say initial field of view is equal to camera.fieldofview. Say initial field of view plus, and then it will be the throttle current times 5. So this will cause it to increase or decrease based on how fast we're going. So we'll just say set camera angle. And then I think that probably broke the follow camera here. Is that what happened? No, it seems to have worked. Alright. See what happens. So yeah, as we go faster, our field of view increases. As we go slower, field of view decreases. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we'll have some kind of limit as to how long you're allowed to go. You know, as to how long you're allowed to do that, but yeah. And then we'll have, I guess, throttle decay. So the decay is going to be 2.0 times that. So it'll decay twice as fast as it increases. I think that's fair. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's going a little bit slow. There we go. So yeah, we'll have to have some kind of resource that lets you increase or decrease your speed. Well, increase for sure, but you know, decreasing your speed. Okay. I kind of like that. Would be nice if I knew where the spy plane was so we can go shoot it down. It is way out there. That's crazy. Thing moves way too fast. Alright. But yeah, these will try to patrol to there, okay? That in here, yeah. Alright, so what if we have multiple enemies? Then how does this work out? Let's say we have like 4, all of them following the spy plane. Let's see how we do against multiple. Oh wow, yeah, those are hard to hit. Oh boy. Okay. Where's the 4th one? Oh really, where is it? Oh, I must have hit it with a stray bullet or something. Or actually, I think some of the enemies killed each other. Because I think that can happen. Let's see, yeah, that can happen. Alright. Well, that's not good. Okay. Alright, I do want to increase the field of view a little bit. Because that has been a little bit, yeah, so we'll say 65. Did increase the size of the water as well. Did I? Yeah, I unmuted, okay. So yeah, this shouldn't, yeah, it doesn't reveal the edges. Okay. Okay, let's slow down here. They all shot each other. It's funny. Okay. Yeah, we need to do something so that the enemies can't damage each other. How can we fix that? Bullet projectile. We know who the owner is, so we can say the unit component public void, or not public void, public bool, let's say on player team. How about that? And then we will say in the, I think it's the, not the missile projectile component, but the actual like projectile component, yeah. The on trigger enter. Unit.owner will say and, so say or owner dot on player team is equal to unit dot on player team. That way the player can only damage, no, sorry, the player can't damage the player, and the things that are not the player cannot damage the player, or cannot damage each other. So that should prevent the bullets from damaging themselves, from damaging, you know, enemies shouldn't be able to shoot each other is what I'm trying to say. We should be able to test that pretty easily. Yeah, they're not killing each other. Yeah, we can get rid of you. Oh wow, we just missed every single shot there. That's amazing. Wait, are we missing every single shot, or can nothing damage each other anymore? Oh yeah, nothing can damage each other anymore. Okay, something's wrong with that logic. So it'll be that. owner.onPlayerTeam equal to unit. Oh, because everything's on the player team, that's why. Let's open the prefab in isolation, and then we will just set this to, yeah, that should be false. It should be the player that should be on the player team. Yes, okay. That's what should happen. Okay. There we go. They shouldn't be able to damage each other. They are able to damage us, though, which is good. So now we just shoot them. Yep. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, I like that. Let's see what it looks like in maximum. Okay. Yeah, guess I'm okay with that. Alright, so we hit them sideways. Yeah. Alright, maybe 10 seconds is a bit too long. But yeah, alright, I kind of like that. Okay. So now it is a question of what we do. Because I believe, well actually we can test, can we test? We can test the first level, I think. We need to follow target. So if we do this, the problem is that the problem is that this thing isn't going to have a target to follow. Also, it doesn't have a machine gun to damage the player with. So we need to fix that. So what we need to do is we need to say, not unit component, but the AI controller. In handle movement, what we'll say is if not target, there is no target, then we just do nothing. We just remain facing forward, that's fine. And then in handle attack, if there's no attack target, or if we don't have a machine gun, then we return. If we have no machine gun or we have no attack target, then we return. That way it can set the attack target, but nothing will happen. I mean, this is all horrible practice and you should never do this, but, you know, it is what it is. So the unit component should go here. Yeah. And so now that should all work. Okay, takes a second. That's broken. Why is that broken? Did I hit space too soon? Yes. Okay. So spot the enemy. Perfect. Okay, and now the player vehicle, this one should be able to, yeah, okay, so we can speed up and slow down at will. And yeah, you will just sit there and go that way. Okay. Can't even follow you at the slowest possible speed. Okay. I like that. Alright, so the spy plane, that should probably move at like 1.5. And then it should probably have, I don't know, 10 health. It's not on the player team. This version of the player cannot move that fast. Say 100 is the health. At a speed of 2. Yep, okay. So yeah, we run that. Okay. Now if we go to the logo screen, can we actually complete the first level from the logo screen? Okay. So start this, run that, picks up, everything's fine. Cool. Go over to here. Yep, see that. Cool. And let's see what happens here. Controls are locked at the beginning, we get unlocked controls, we can now move super fast, chase down this plane. Okay, and then we can, oh interesting, it will try to follow us, even Oh yeah, that's very interesting. It tries to follow us. We probably want to deactivate the sight on that thing. Huh. Yeah, it seems very... It really shouldn't be following us. That's the problem. Okay, let's go super fast in this direction. Turn around. Fire our last 2 bullets. Huh, can't hit it for some reason. Why can we not hit it? Is this version of the player... Huh. Why can we not destroy it? Also, okay, so the spy plane, we have the spy plane here. So that is a trigger, okay. So that's the problem, is that it does still see us. If we fly through it. Alright, it's been deployed, okay, everything's fine. Yeah, let's just try to tail it and see what we can do. As long as we don't fly through it, it should be fine. Yeah, if we go here and then we just shoot, okay. This takes a lot more bullets than I'm used to. So yeah, let's go back to logo. And then eventually we'll be able to have this forward us to the next level. Okay. Yep, everything's good. Okay, and then we go here, then we get on its tail, we fire at it many times. It's very hard to aim. Okay, yeah, it is actually not dying, I think. Okay, there we go. Okay. There does need to be some kind of indication that it's taking damage. Possibly just smaller versions of the explosion. Or maybe something else. I don't know. I have to think about it. Probably be a sound effect for it as well. Yeah, that should work. And now I think the only thing we need to do is do this, or figure out how to forward to the next level, figure out like what the next level is going to be, and I think we'll just store that in the objective manager because it's probably easy. I think if we do, I always forget if you can reference scenes directly. I don't think you can. I never understood why. So this is a struct, runtime data for structure for .unity file. I don't think you can say, I don't think you can do this, and I was never certain why. I think it, for whatever reason, it can't reference like an asset. Yeah, like it can't reference it. That's real weird. I don't really understand that. Is there some other? No, you just can't reference it. Anything? No? Okay. Oh. I guess we'll just say string next level. Just be the name of the next level. And so in Game Manager, what we can do is, where is it? In Game Manager component, what we can do is we can say, what is it? It's a debug, yeah, load next level. So what we'll do is we'll do find object of type, we'll just say objective manager component, and then we will say scene manager.load scene, that, and then we will say dot next level, something like that. And I think that works. So now in here, if we just said level 2, we have to open level 2, we have to add it to, nope, we have to add it to the build index. Cool. Now, if we start here, we we should be able to get it, should be able to basically play the game almost all the way to the second level, which I am very happy about. Okay. We do this, and then we go super fast. We slow down, and we just fire as much as we can. We also need to change the collision on this thing. Okay. Now if I press space, we should go to level 2. Yes, we do. Okay, perfect. Now we have the enemy fighters. Oh god. Yeah, they are really, really nasty. I might keep it at like one bullet per enemy and just have tons of enemies. Okay. We also need to make the missiles do some kind of damage. I think let's work with the missiles next. Okay. So level 2 is a good place to test them, and we go into here. And so I guess what we do is we do like a sphere cast. It's like physics dot sphere cast or something? I think that's what it is. Basically we just get an area around the missile and we do damage in that area, which is here. So I think it's on explode. What we do is we say it's like physics dot, yeah, sphere cast at, no, not, wait, what? No, isn't it sphere cast? Yeah, origin, radius, direction, raycast, hit info. It's not really a raycast though. No, it's overlap sphere. Yes, alright, overlap sphere. It'll say transform dot position and then a radius of, I don't know, 1 for the moment. We'll say for each collider, other in that. We will say var, wait, do we have an on hit? So do you have an on hit? Yeah, okay. So just say var unit is equal to other dot get component unit, nope, unit, unit component, if not unit, say if not unit, then we continue, which will go to the next iteration of the loop. Otherwise, we say unit dot take damage, and then we will take damage. Actually, what determines? Oh, okay. So we actually do need to check. Say if not unit, or unit is equal to owner, or owner dot team or dot on player team is equal to unit dot on player team. So if any of those are true, or owner dot, okay, then we return. So yeah, so if not unit, okay, that's fine. And then we'll say unit dot take damage, and we'll take, I don't know, 5 points of damage. It's just everything, yeah, everything in that missile range takes damage. Okay, I think that'll be good. Now let's see what happens, because these should take 2 missiles to destroy, which shouldn't be too hard to hit them with. Okay, so if we do that, oh wow, those actually are harder to hit than I thought. Okay. Okay, so that gets 2 of them. Yeah, 10 seconds is way too long. Okay, so we can go here, we can launch 2 missiles there. Oh wow, okay, very interesting. Alright, so even, nope. Yep, there we go. That's cool, I like that. So now if we go into level 1, we should be able to kill the spy plane with 2 missiles. Yeah. Alright. We fade, then we launch. Okay. So yeah, we should be able to just chase this thing down and hit it with a couple missiles. Or not. Okay. It's a bit harder to hit with missiles than I thought. You have to delete it pretty well. Yeah, there we go. And then yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have the missiles working. Just need to improve the explosion effect. So it is a question of what to do next. Guess we can make... Well, I don't know. Yeah. It's a bunch of stuff that I want to do, but all of it is kind of like very fiddly, and I don't really want to do it on stream because it would kind of be boring to watch. So let's see what happens whenever we have tons of enemies. Let's just see what kind of chaos ensues. I have like a whole squadron to face. Let's see how bad this is. Jeez. Oh, that's insane. Alright. Go in shooting. Alright. That worked pretty well. Oh, there's some enemies. Yeah, that explosion range might be a little bit large. Oh, nope. Can't do it that way. We do need some way of tracking things. I don't care. We do need some way of tracking things that are off screen, and I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, I kind of want like a little mini-map, but I think that might be a little much. I don't know. There's a couple ways to do mini-maps. Let's look into that. So how would we even do that? Yeah, I don't know. Really don't like this stream would end up being so short if I stopped right now, but at the same time, I think just everything else needs to be done. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's kind of difficult. Okay. Let me think. Yeah, thing is, I kind of just want to be done with this. Kind of getting sick of working on this. Yeah, I expected this to take a little bit longer than it did. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it here because I can't. I don't think there's anything to do that's not like super fiddly and is just gonna be the same thing for 20 minutes, or not 20 minutes, or probably for 2 hours, just, you know. It's gonna be like just making sure that everything, I don't know, it's gonna be very fiddly, the stuff that I'm trying to work with. So, I think I will just call it here. Thank you for joining me. I will be back later at 2 o'clock. We will either be doing more game dev or we will be doing some kind of gameplay. I don't know what it's going to be quite yet, but yeah, we'll be doing that. So join us for that. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll be back later.